Alright, but another thing you get in are these monthly flyers that are good for about a month, right? And you again don't know if you go shopping or not, right? So you kind of keep them hanging around. Now, like I said, yeah, there's some dirt. We can get that picked up probably tomorrow. But I need room and a dustpan. I got one of those, right? But again, all right, I'm gonna need some floor cleaner. Looks like some things stuck to the floor, but don't look too bad at that. Anyway, and I can start throwing these out once a month, probably, right? Because they come once a month and they're the same advertisements, basically. This is just rooms to go. Um, Geico. Badcock. Family Dollar. And they're just little subtle things, right? Now, some of them are short. This one looks like it's already over. Price is good Sunday, December 27th, 2020 through January 2nd, 2021. This one's done over, by the way. Right? Well, thanks. Just got here today, so that was a week late. Should have been here last week. Okay. This is burial insurance. I'm good. I don't think you're gonna be burying me anytime soon either. I know. Well, either God ain't letting you, and you're trying. I don't know. I don't know. But you also, unless you're doing something stupid yourself, don't have a reason to do that to me. Right? Usually. And if you're doing something stupid, I forgive your stupid thing, so you gotta forgive mine. Even if it's sleeping with a woman who shows up to my house unexpectedly and then leaves, right? Right. It's the point. Isn't she lovely? That's what I mean. And every woman's beautiful to me in their own way. But I don't mess with them. I just live here and mind my own business. If you need help, I'll help you out. If you don't, stay home. Leave me alone. We're good. And what do you know about, again, an event that could have only happened? It's in my book, too, somewhat. I know. True. And how does a story get told? Repeatedly telling it, even if you're the one telling your autobiography yourself, right? Right. Most people do that until they get acknowledged somewhat. Anyway. There's a mind scrambler for you. But see, you have to be like Jesus stuff if you're here 2,000 years or something. Now, can a Highlander die? Yeah, for about what? How long? A little bit. 3 days? 3 days. And then be reborn or resurrected or brought back to life? I guess. Especially if you're outside of Jerusalem, I guess. Right. Now, Jesus said there be some who sin in here who shall not taste of death till all is fulfilled. What does that mean? What does that mean? anyway, are you going to be here because you're helping Jesus fulfill it or Satan? Right? That's the question, too. See, Satan has his vision for the end of the world, and Jesus has his. That even if Satan ends the world, he's going to make it a new. Right? Uh-oh. There's a missing girl, 12 years old. Alana Wapples. But I ain't the one she would have to worry about because I'll tell her go home to mother. Right. That's what I mean. And now Destiny Vaughn, another 11-year-old girl. You need to go home to mother. And now a 7-month-old is found safe. Good. 7-month-old, right. But it's the whole point to everything. Right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now, if you're in your house and you don't have COVID, keep monitoring yourself and making sure you don't, right? You ain't even broke a fever. You probably don't have it, I guess. But since you mentioned it, I've been doing something regularly. Doctor's appointment where they get my temperature. But then you sound like you hate me without a cause. Oh, no, you sound like you hate him without a cause. Except one of your own imagination. Like they did Jesus. Now, if the scribes and Pharisees are bringing up the 7 brothers who had the one woman, the wife, why tell that little tale to Jesus in the first place, right? But then Mark says 7 devils were cast out of her too. What does that mean? Right. That's where you gotta wonder who was the woman caught in the act of adultery. What does it have to do with Jesus in the Jewish belief system? Right. Because see, only one man can determine the woman's fate. Her husband. Her husband. If she commits adultery, they're not going to bring her to some strange rabbi preaching in the temple. They're going to bring her to her husband. Well, do you have a problem with the idea of forgiving adultery of the woman if she's with another man? I guess you do. I guess you do. But ain't that what it's saying? That's what it's saying. And why is she gonna cheat on you? You're treating her like shit? Yeah. You're doing something wrong to her. To where she considers a mentally ill person on medication as a viable alternative to you. And trust me, that's your fault. I know. You're the one not sounding rational, Kanye. When I'm trying to get better from what happened to me in the Navy. Though I don't know Kim Kardashian either, I'm sure she would prefer you to act like, hey, I need to rehabilitate from this instead of let them in this overtake you. You know? Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm. Okay, someone's buying Lefter's basketball team. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, this is just AT&T. Now, of course, like I said, I can see how long the sales are and stuff like that, I guess, right? And throw that out. Shit. But these usually last a month, right? The sky is turning. This is the one in Rincon. Looking for a date though. Don't really see one. Okay, so again, this is just Geico. Already got that. Alright. It's my insurance here right now. And so the rooms to go has a sale. So let's see how long this is. New Year's coupon, see inside, valid Friday, January 1st through Sunday, January 3rd. 3 days only. And this is an old sales paper, so you can throw that away. Right? The rest of them are coupons. And like he said, right? Okay. I know. But do you think someone's gonna care when you're just bitching at them, right? About it? No. Versus, leaving them alone and they'll probably do it anyway. Right. If you're always on someone's case about it, they're not gonna worry about it. But if you kind of let it go, they'll do what they do naturally, usually. Without your interference or say so, right? But like I told you, now, why is exercising different than slowly cleaning through your house? It's called static work, you know what I mean? Right. Menial labor, right? What does the word menial mean? It's not something that's really beneficial to you, right? Or not, right? It's something you're doing as kind of a job, right? Well, no one wants to do these kind of jobs. Damn. Right. But you got to keep the house somewhat decent. But I don't have sex with her, dear. There's no sex in a strip club, right? Even if you could do it for free, right? Right. You usually don't. But you can play with the outside, but not the inside. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. And you don't use your tongue or penetrate or do anything like that, right? But you show them what you could do with them. You don't do nothing. You're just talking about it. Now it's kind of like getting the third base, but it's still just foreplay too. Right? Foreplay never hurt anyone. No. You don't even kiss. You don't even kiss in the strip club. Nope. I'm blowing their ears. Damn. That can send chills down their spine. You do it right. You do it right. I don't know. And when I did it with Stephanie, she put some kind of spermicide in her and shot something out all over the bed. I hate to brag, but whatever that meant to her. We were doing it doggy style that way. And I know I had sex with her. You know, you had sex with her. But, but if he knows I'm a man, then he can't have sex with me. Nope. If I don't know, that's up to you, and I don't know it's you. I don't know it's you. Even if I'm pretending I know it's you, I still don't know it's me. I still don't know it's you. Because you're supposed to be in Texas or Arkansas, not Georgia with me. You wouldn't think I would even mess with you. No. Right. Why would you? No. See, that would not make you a victim. Right. See, even if you think you did something with me, if you did or didn't, I don't know, why you would want to believe that. Mm-hmm. Because it's not normal conversation with anyone to accuse them this long normally anyway. And all I can keep telling you is no, 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 no. What do you mean? Did you sneak into my couch in the middle of the night? When I'm sleeping on the couch? That's the whole point. No, it's the whole point. But who's filling you with the idea? Mom or dad? Mom or dad? Amanda or granddad? I'm asking you a question for a reason. Someone's putting your ideas in your head. Not me, not you. Not your mama, probably. She probably never brought that up either. But whoever's bringing it up ain't all there in a bag of chips. Because they're not supposed to know about it happening like that either. Especially when all I would do there is bring you back to your mom. And she would make sure that night. Not no damn 11 years later. You know what I mean? I know what you mean. She knows what I mean. Now, maybe sometimes Daphne is defending me and sometimes Amanda's defending me. I don't know. I wasn't, you know, around you that long. At 4 or otherwise. And like I said, if I see you as briefly or having to do with picking up Jonathan when I was still in Virginia, right? Other than that, you're with your mom. You're with your mom. It's kind of hard to molest someone under those circumstances as well. The pedophile gets the child alone where the mom don't. God, you know what I mean? I didn't have nowhere to take you either. I didn't have some man cave or some dungeon for little girls. None of that either. I wasn't going to bury you with your mom or anything. Not at all. Not at all. No, those thoughts are coming in my head. I was just hoping to get back to base because Daphne left me straight in Tennessee, and so she's not a happy camper with someone and venting it on me, so I need to get away from her fast as possible. Fast as possible. And get back on base. The mother and child reunion is only a moment away. But see, it could be a girl child. Ben-Ah. Ben. Benoth. Benin. But you can't do Ben-Ah. Yeah, we can. Why can't you? Because Moses didn't do that. Like, is that what Moses is saying? You can't use Ben-Ah because it's the feminine of Ben. But you can say Sarah. You might could even say Yahuwah, which would be maybe the divine name, huh? But you gotta figure that shit out. You don't know how to say the name anymore. Or playing dumb. One or the other. The learn won't figure it out, nor the unlearn, right? So then you're both playing dumb. One's playing, hey, that's sealed. The one's playing, I don't know what you're talking about yet. I ain't really looked into Hebrew yet, right? But when you both, what? You're both denying it. You're both denying it. One using ignorance and one using it sealed. You understand? It's a secret is what that means, right? When you send someone a letter with the seal, though, you're also supposed to open the letter and read it. It's like you don't want to read it. And what the seals really are about. But they're in the book. They're in the book. They're on the back of the book, too. I know. All right, not necessarily the front or front to back. All right. Isaiah and the prophets came during the King David reign, right? And after that, I guess. All right. Well, you can't prove none of that through archaeology alone. I guess I don't know. I don't know. But whatever, right? So, like I said, there's a real Jerusalem. There's a real Jericho. There's a real places named in the Bible. I know there. Even they think they found Ramses, one of the cities the Israelites built. But whatever. You just don't want to deal with it. I know. That means you're denying it a different way and lying about it a different way. That's all. Yep. Yep. But what can I do about it? Tell you something more or something less or what I learned, and I'm not ashamed of what I learned, right? Yahuwah could be called God of the angels or hermaphrodites, not male or female. I don't know. Because they're a gaseous being who can assume a human form, right? And one of them, we became light to know in good and evil. That's right. It's how you word it. Now, Moses says, the man has become as one of us, which is the God talking through Jesus. The God talking. Right. Jesus being the oracle of God there. No. The Word of God being flesh and dwelt among us. As of the only begotten of the Father, full of grace and truth. Grace and truth. But see, you're trying to save people, but you're sealing the truth. You're playing dumb for the truth. And then who can tell you? No one. You don't want to know. No one. You don't want to know. Unless someone figures it all out, then they can only try to tell you. And again, all you can do is keep trying whatever the hell's wrong. As long as you're walking, you're doing better than others with the similar injury rate. And of course, something's helping you out, whether it's God, science, or both. even. Because God wants you to be, what? A hearer and a seer. And for Him. A doer and a thinker. Right? But if you know what your enemy is doing, you pray for him to repent. That's forgiveness too. But if he does something wrong against you, right, you can only forgive him his trespass against you as Jesus said to do, right? It don't mean he didn't do you wrong if you told him no, you don't want to do that with him. You don't want to be living of age, of consent. And you don't set me up with an underage girl with a fake ID. That's on you and the girl then, right? You can't break the law to try and make me break the law when you know I wouldn't break the law otherwise. That's entrapment. I know. But all they knew is there was one kind of fruit tree that they shouldn't eat of in Eden. No. Now maybe they thought it was a fruit tree. But the way it's worded, one of us doesn't sound like a fruit tree. The man has become as one of us to do good and evil. Who do you think that one of us was? Satan? Satan. Alright, Dana Carvey? Touche. But that's the point. Now you're going to want to take away their guns, right? Again. Yes, the point, Antifa. Hmm. Well, the difference is they brought guns with their protests, right? Most people don't do that. No, no. Now, do you have a right to own a gun if you're what? Defending your property or something like that? Yeah, yeah. Right. Mm-hmm. But see, you're going to prevent Trump from running again, right? Mm-hmm. Right. Maybe he wants you to. I don't know. That's one surefire way to make sure he ain't going to stay in office. Ain't it? Right. Do something stupid like that. Hmm. Who knows if the man even acted like he wanted the job anyway? To me, he didn't. You stick me in the job, I thought the other opponent would have won. And I'm stuck there for 4 years and probably didn't want to really do it in the first place. I'm not going to do the job how you want me to do the job. Am I? No, no. Mm-hmm. But that's because I'm seeing all the bullshit you're shoveling too. I know. And you're about to sell your country out from under you, especially our farmlands. Right? You greedy bankers are knowing what you're doing is going to ruin the farmer and the farmer lifestyle. And yet, still, the farmer's problem is the farm ain't making the same money as it used to make, and that's because of inflation. You're raising the prices on everybody. But if someone gives you a paper and tells you to sign it, right, you what? Sign it. Now, if you object to what they're saying, you let them know, hey, I object to this or not, right? Of course. Mm-hmm. And I ain't saying I went into the Navy with a clean bill of health, but within 2.5 years was mental. Mm-hmm. And made it through the first year rather normally, but then after that, being around the shipmates, mainly, and some weird things the church was teaching me, which I didn't agree with. And they had their 3 strikes instead of being Campbell. I was out of there, but I couldn't get off the ship. I couldn't get off the ship. And the only way they could get me off is honorably. I know that. Through a medical. Mm-hmm. Which is where Miss Johnson comes in, right? But she was the perfect woman to both, you know, misinterpret me and be with me and be with you. Because of what we have both been through figures who molested us, who shouldn't have molested us, should they cheat. You know, I don't think it's normal for a guy to try to take a shower with me, who I have to politely decline it with. And I don't think it's normal for a pastor to try and Copperfield from David Copperfield, trying to put an illusion on my butt. Like he was going to hug me, but then took his hand between my butt cheeks. Not normal. Not normal for a pastor. And I'm 20 about the time. I know. Right? Right. And I don't know I'm androgynous looking. I know you don't know you're androgynous looking. Right. I don't have a clue to that. Right. But it was a more normal day at Shonda's today. I know it was. It was within the reasonable time cap. I know it was. But like I said, You make me pay more attention to the time. Mm-hmm. And if I got there when SVU started and left the house, right, that should take 5 to 10 minutes, right? Then it should take a few minutes to get the order in, right? About 10 to 15 to prepare it, maybe if you're slow or fast, and then 20 to 30 to eat it, right? But how actually long is that in the restaurant? That's what I'm talking about. And, that's no more than 35 to 45 minutes at the most. And, anything more and something's going on where I don't know what's going on. I know that. Even if it's a buffet where you get your own plate, that should be quicker service, not slower. Not slower. Kelly. hmm But see, that's the point. You have to really have sex with me, though, to prove I want sex with you, Kelly. Only place we can do it is the female's bathroom or the male's. That's all I can say. And I had sex with Mary Bell in our bathroom, so I don't know. I don't know if I did it with you either, right? But are you trying to prove I'm trying to have sex with you by having sex with me? Damn. That's not normally how you do that. Because I wouldn't be opposed to it if you're having spousal problems. I know he wouldn't. Because, the woman that Jesus was dealing with was an adulterous woman, right? That means either the man was married or she was married. Honey, come on. Whether it's to Jesus or not is irrelevant. The crime's always adultery. Anyway, and he forgave her. So if you're trying to commit adultery against your husband, I forgive you, babe. Even if I'm a single man you're doing it with, I know. But either one of them was married or both of them were married, and that's still adultery, you know what I mean? He could be cheating on his wife while she's cheating on her husband. But we don't think it's Jesus. For some reason. Despite what Judaism says about it, and despite what Joseph was thinking to do with Mary himself, and who had the power there? Her husband determined her fate. Not her father, not